da biraz geride olabilir. Olsun, zaten savaş mavaş yok. Adam dedi ki sinyali kapatmam dedi, tamam mı? Seni öldürürler dedi. Aşağıda büyük bir sistem var dedi. Dedim ki ben de, ya saçmalama etme şöyle böyle. Hep aynı şeyi söylemeyeceksin. Duruma göre cevap vereceksin. Bakalım şimdi ikna edebilecek miyim? Az önce ikna ettim. İlk defa ikna ettim birisini. O da büyük patronu ikna ettim.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out.
Bunları izledik mi?
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done. Believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done.
Geçeyim mi
20
burayı?
years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very...
Tamam, geçiyorum. Mesajım geç geldi herhalde.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility.
Level atladım.
Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
İşgüdülerime göre cevap verdim
But I
buraya.
won't.
Adamın dediklerine
What I'm
göre
doing is
cevap
extreme.
verdim.
You simply don't understand.
Mesela şu an eleştiriyoruz
For
adamı.
humanity to survive beyond this
Eleştirmeye
century,
devam
we must
etmem lazım
abandon
ilk aşamada.
ill-conceived notions about
Birden
transcendence
konuyu
and embrace
değiştirmeden.
change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
Adamın derdi şey, bu teknolojiyi ben insanlara verdim. Büyük ihtimal eski oyundan bahsediyor. Çok eski bir oyunu var Deus Ex'in. 2 tane herhalde. Oynanmaz yani, o kadar eski. Bugün oynanmaz yani. Ya bugünlerde oynanmaz. Şöyle oyunlar varken çok katı geliyor. Her neyse, bu adamın amacı şey. Verdim elinize böyle bir yetenek ama bu yeteneği kötüye kullandınız. Alın size bu yeteneğin verdiği
Nothing more
hasar.
to say, Mr. Jensen?
Alın size şöyle böyle demek istiyor bu mesajında. Ben de diyorum ki yaptığın şey korkunç. İnsanları değişmeye zorlayamazsın. Bunu kendi başlarına yapmalılar diye eleştiriyorum.
What you're doing is horrific. It has to stop. You can't force people to change. They have to do it on their own or they'll end up resenting you for it. And doing it like this? My God, Darrow, it's insane.
It is not insane, Mr. Jensen. Tragic, yes. Unavoidable? No. Even as I listen to your words, I realize a cruel truth. No one else has the vision to see what I've seen, the will to do what I have done. You're all too weak, judging but never acting. None of you have the moral courage to see this through to its conclusion. Well, so be it.
Bunu ben yaparım. Kimse beni anlayamaz falan filan dedi. Hiçbir önemi yok çünkü şimdi olacağı bu. Bugünden sonra söylediğin her şey bir toplu katliamcının zırvalıklar olarak reddedilecek. Yani amacına ulaşamayacaksın zaten diyorum.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
But they can't think that. They'll be missing the point. It was my genius that created the technology. My vision that seduced Zarif and Zhao and all the others who now feed off of it. They seek to stand on the shoulders of my research without comprehending the danger that people like you pose to mankind. I am the only one with the perspective, the insight, to know what is needed.
Ya bu yapılan şeyler insanlığın özünü bozuyor falan filan dedi. Benim senden farkım yok der o. Ben hala bir insanım. Bir an için arkana bak ve kendi gözlerine gör diye onu cezbetmeye
People like
çalış.
me, I'm no different than you, Darrow. I'm still a human being, just like all the men and women you're driving insane out there. Step back for just one moment and see it through our eyes. You've convinced yourself you're saving the world, but you're just lashing out in spite.
Lashing out in spite? Spare me your pathetic attempts at schoolboy psychology. You do not understand me. No one does. Once upon a time, I would have given all I had to be like you. But genetics cheated me of that chance, cursed me to become a cripple. And you know what? I'm relieved. Because I look in your eyes and I see how disturbed you are by what you have become. Admit it, Mr. Jensen. You've done things with those enhancements of yours you would never have considered before. You know your humanity is ebbing away.
İnsanlığın bozuluyor falan dedi. Adamı damardan vuracağım. Adamın amacı şey. İnsanların barış, huzur, mutluluk, sakinlik, teknolojiden uzak bir yaşam. Artık onu istiyor adam. Yani şu dünyaya bakaraktan biz de onun damarına gireceğiz. Diyeceğiz ki ama senin yaptığın bu şeyler daha kötü şeylere sebep olacak. Anarşi ve
Nothing
korku.
more to say, Mr. Jensen?
Bir dakika dur ya. Araya girme yaşlı amca. Anarşi ve korku olacak falan deyip onu damardan vuracağız. Diğerlerine ne diyor? Cezbet. Nefret mi diyorsun? Dışarıda yaptığına bak, gözünü aç falan. Adamla normal tartışıyorsun orada. Eleştirmede dünyaya onu düzeltmeye çalıştığını söyleyerek bunun üzerine örtüyorsun. Ama aslında bakınca kızgın bir çocuktan fazlası değilsin deyip onunla ağız dalaşına giriyorsun. Gerek yok. Damarına basmak şurada.
Am I finally getting through to you?
Evet konuşacağım bir dakika dur.
You can't have the future so no one can, is that it? Open your eyes, Darrow. Look at what your obsession is doing to the world. When all of this is over, nothing will be left but anarchy and fear, smoldering in the ashes of burning cities. How can anything be rebuilt from that?
Destruction is a necessary first step. Without destruction, there can be no reconstruction, no breaking free of the horrible road we have set ourselves on. If you cannot see that, then there's no use discussing this any further. Kill me if you wish, but I won't give you the security shutdown codes. I regret nothing I have done. The technology I created must be destroyed, and this is the only way I know to assure it. Go down there, Mr. Jensen. Go down to the core and see with your own eyes the horrors your precious future creates. I've made my choices. Now you must make yours.
Allah Allah. Ben az önce ikna etmiştim adamı.
Go. See for yourself the future.
Savaşmadan gidecektim az önce ya. Ben bir yerde yanlış bir şeye tıkladım. 2 kere mi eleştirecektim? Ne yapacaktım? 2 kere mi eleştirmiştim? İlk başlarda bir hata yaptım. İlk başta eleştireceğimi biliyorum.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
You think humanity
Bu
needs
sefer
to be
değişik bir
punished,
olan
is that it?
gideceğim. Sonuca ulaşacağım.
Pain is the only thing people understand. By the time this is over, there will be no humanity
Direkt
left to
damağına
embrace or
bastın ya.
change. The stress and horror you forced us to live through will have ripped it out of us.
I knew there would be casualties, but I thought, over time, surely the human spirit can recover. History has shown us again and again that the human race is hidebound and governed by inertia. As a society, as a species, the only way to elicit any kind of reaction from it is through an act of tragedy, a horrible cataclysm. I regret what I have been forced to do, but given what I know about mankind and the dangers facing us, this was the only viable choice.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters, because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings
İlk
of a
ikna
mass
ettiğimde
murderer.
böyle konuşmamıştım ama
You were one of the greatest minds of our
herhalde
time,
sonuca
and
ulaşmaya
tomorrow you'll be
gideceğiz
nothing
diye
but a
düşündüm bir
killer.
an.
Ravings of a mass murderer? When the truth is revealed, when people know why I did this, surely they will understand. It was my genius that created the technology, my vision that seduced Zarif and Zhao and all the others who now feed off of it. They seek to stand on the shoulders of my research without comprehending the danger that people like you pose to mankind. I am the only one with the perspective, the insight, to know what is needed.
People like me? You mean not like you? You changed the world when you invented this technology, but your creation is leaving you behind. And as long as it's allowed to continue, mankind will use it to evolve without you. Until the father of tomorrow is known as yesterday's man.
But they cannot leave me behind. Don't you see? You and I, we're two sides of the same coin. I could have been you if it weren't for this damned blood in my veins. But I was cheated by my own DNA, cursed to become a cripple. And I am not the only one. As long as this technology exists, mankind will continue to divide. Help me make us all equal again.
You can't have the future, so no one can, is that it? Open your eyes, Darrow. Look at what your obsession is doing to the world.
Hep sonuca
When all of
giderek
this is
bakalım
over,
ikna
nothing will be
edebileceğiz.
left but anarchy and fear, smoldering in the ashes of burning cities. How can anything be rebuilt from that?
No, that's not what I wanted. There must be something left, some hope of renewal. Because without hope, there is nothing. I will give you
İkna
what you
ettim.
want, Mr.
Hep aynı
Jensen.
şeye bastım. Bu sefer
Codes to
oldu.
shut down Panchaea's security
Demek ki
system.
belli sayıda bazı
But you'll still
şeylere
be in
basman
danger.
yetiyor.
Much of the system is self-determining.
Çünkü ilk ikna ettiğimde ya 2 ya da
When you
3
see
kere
it,
sonuca bastım.
maybe then you'll understand. The technology I created will not be the future any one of us desires. Please, help the world understand that.
Savaşarak da
The
alabilirdim.
codes should help you shut down the Hyron project, Panchaea's security.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis.
You
It
should
almost sound like you
be
regret that.
behind me! Closer!
Bu ne ya? Öldürmeyeyim dedim, millet bırakmadı beni.
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're On your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
I can't control them anymore! Run! Run! Quiet! Stand still! Just let me finish! Just let me finish! I got a job to do! Bye!
Allah, korktum ya. İçeri girecekler diye korktum ha. Zombi gibiler ya. Ben bir de makineleri kendi tarafıma çekmiştim. Haydi etsene birader. Benim robotlar şimdi milleti öldürür. Aa, milleti öldürüyor benim robotlar.
Don't! Hiding! They're always hiding when I need to see them!
Teşekkürler robot. İyi ki yapmışım seni. Buradakiler ne yapacağız?
Not real! Not real!
Belki buradan gidiş vardır.
Always hiding!
Yetenek geliştirelim diyecektim. Gizlenmeyi geliştirebiliriz artık.
Need to see them!
Uzaklaştım herhalde ya. Bir sürü adam öldürdün robot.
Stay calm. Stay dead! Wait! Who? I can't play this!
Oha, bütün enerjimi harcadı. Ben de niye uzun
This is
sürdü?
William Taggart. If anyone out there is listening, I'm begging you, help. We've barricaded ourselves inside the core server room. Many of us are wounded. Please, save us. Please, save us.
Save yapacağım size, merak etmeyin. Enerji yeme zamanı. 7'deymiş. Lan! Nasıl tutuyorsunuz beni ya? Zıplıyorum bir de ben orada. Bir de görünmez oldum. Üff. Allah'tan bütün oyun boyunca yoktu bunlar.
I'm gonna kill you all! I'm gonna kill you all! Touch me the way! Show yourself!
Korktum. Üf.
There's nowhere you can go! You should have stayed away!
Mr. Jensen, how ironic that you should be the one to save us from the monsters out there.
Monsters, Taggart? You mean people?
Isn't that supposed to be my line?
So you finally...
It will be
You've written...
men with...
I'm not looking for...
Just from...
I know there's a difference between order.
The biochip wasn't supposed to force...
Amazing how well...
Say what...
VersaLife?
The Illuminati...
Let me think about...
Daha Megan'la görüşeceğiz.
Get away! Just get away! Hugh Darrow is a monster.
You seem to be unaffected by this. How did you manage to avoid being affected by the signal? Were you in on it?
Nerede ineceğim dostum ya?
What are you doing?
Çok korkuyorum. Sana yapışınca bırakmıyorlar.
No, there's no one here. It's all in your head.
Pompalıyla halledeyim madem. Nereden gideceğiz? Buradan gideceğiz. Bu kameralar benim mi şimdi? Lan aynı yere çıktım ya burada. Bu robot nereden çıktı? Her yerin robotu ayrı ya. Ah kamera senin gibi ya. Elektro bomba atayım şu bu robota. Kaçta elektro? 8'de. Neyin şifresi? Nereden şifre görüyoruz? Şifreye gireyim ya. Buradan giriyoruz. Lan aynı yere çıktım. Hep aynı yere çıkıyorum. Nasıl gideceğim ben oraya?
want to.
Ben de istemiyorum da gelip geçerken korkuyorum sizin yüzünüzden.
Access granted.
Nereye gideceğim ben? Nereden gideceğim arkadaş? Anlamadım ben bu işi. Aşağıyı gösteriyor. Buradan aşağı iniş yok ki. Var lan. Lan bir gidin peşimden ya. Lan arkadaş nasıl tutuyorsunuz beni? Yukarıdakiler de geldi.
Don't be difficult. This is best for both of us.
I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in the machine. Please, help us.
There's nowhere you can go.
Artık alma zamanı geldi. Pompalının mermileri de bitti. Şok tabancasıyla işimiz bitti bence. Şok tabancasını bulamıyoruz bir daha ya. Dur. Bomba atar umut ettik, çıkmadı. Sniper lazım olabilir. Ne atacağımı bilemedim başka. Makinalı tabancamız yok ya. At gitsin hepsini. Onu da at. Atma bunu ya. Gaz bombasıyla öldürdüm zehirli.
Access granted.
Düşmanlara vurun. Haha, hepsini öldürüyor. Ölmeden istemiyorum ama abi çok korkutuyorlar beni. Yapıştık bırakmıyorlar beni. Kaydetsene ya. Cık. Kaydetmeme huyu çıktı bir de ya.
I'll do it quick. I promise.
Tabii git ya. Öf. Sarif'i bul ve onunla konuş dedi. David'le konuşacaktık. O görev yalan olmuş. Acaba ne kaçırdık? Tüh. Neredeydi ki o Allah? David'in burada ne işi var? Ne indik be bacadan. Burası nükleer enerji santrali gibi bir şey mi?
What the hell? Oh my God.
Water pressure nominal at 173 psi.
Who am I?
Communications web online.
I feel cold.
Drones 1 through 3 within operational parameters.
I don't
Denizde
remember.
gördüğümüz
Drone 4
kadınlardan.
disconnected.
Let me go.
Processing.
Oh God, please help me. I'm scared.
Core temperature stable. Processing.
Zhao, what are you doing?
Connecting to Panchaea's Harun project, Mr. Jensen. The most advanced quantum computer slave to the human brain, and the closest to perfection we'll ever achieve. I'm going to use it to hack Darrow's signal and rework the message to our benefit.
Our benefit? You mean the Illuminati's?
O insanları kurtaramadım herhalde ben ya.
Someone has to override the signal and be the world's savior. And let's be honest, neither of us would trust anyone
Aynen,
else to
easy
fill that
alacağım
role.
burada.
Computer, begin EEG sync.
So much pain.
Syncing beta waves at 40 cycles per slave changed. Alert. Unable to transfer control to Alpha.
The system won't recognize my chip.
Neural systems offline. Rerouting control of the chamber.
I can't control Iron.
Increasing vision inputs by 32%.
Sal, get them out of there. I have to reach the control chamber.
No! I can still control it! I'm in control!
Stop the signal!
Security alert.
Through the primary control hatch.
Oh, shit.
Alpha.
I must be the one to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away! My man is here. Why does he want to kill us? Kill him.
You have had better served keeping your head down.
Contamination.
Mother, just don't hurt anymore. Just no more pain. Please keep him away from us. Security measures are sufficient. Insufficient.
Once the weight of his gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Atmospheric pressure rising.
Vuracağız mı onları?
It hurts. Systems are. My organic systems are distressed.
Warning.
You see where honor and ambition lead you. Your whole mouth deep in the ocean, about to meet your end. I'm powerless.
Look at what they've done. I don't like it here. I don't like it. It's so cool down here. Show us the light, Mother. Where's the light?
Part 3. Safety purge complete.
I must fight this. I must succeed.
Contamination. Diagnostic error in system.
Öldürecekmiş.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
Gaining control.
Error in system. Rerouting connection. Reroute complete.
I have no choice but to eliminate you. You have ruined everything.
Ne oldu ya? Bu oyunda böyle şeyler hiç sevmiyorum.
Once the weight of your gaze touches you, there is no escape.
Error in system.
Failing.
Iron is weakening.
Rerouting connection.
Gaining control. I'm.
Error in system. Rerouting connection. Reroute complete. Contamination. Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Commendable charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequence.
Ne oluyor arkadaş? Ne yapacağız oraya ya?
pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising.
Ben anlamıyorum arkadaş. Çat diye ölüyoruz, elektrik geliyor. Öyle bir şey yok ya.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising.
Bu salak salak yerden elektrik mi çıkar öyle ya?
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized. It's happening!
Ha, elektriğin nereden olacağını anladım şimdi. Kırmızı yanınca oraya elektrik basıyor. Kırmızı olan yere gitmeyeceğiz.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning.
Ya bir de siz mi geldiniz? Yürü diyor.
Electric discharge sequence initialized. It's happening! Harry is gone from us! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen! Despite your special genetics, you are just in over your head the whole time! Initiate dissipation protocol! You see, there is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
Nasıl öldüreceğiz ki onu? Camı mı kıracağız? Cam kırılıyor mu ki acaba? Boşu boşuna
Warning.
atacak mı?
Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
Lan bir gidin ya.
No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocol! You don't know the
Bir de robot çıktı ya.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequence. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric. Warning. Tertiary pod. Are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized. It's happening! It's gone! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocol. You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol. See, there is no way you can defeat the system. There is nothing.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge.
Ya bir git lan.
Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
We cannot reach it, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system.
Bilgisayarda kapıları açacağım ya önce. Onu anladım.
Warning. Tertiary pods are offline. Primary security measures disabled. Power surge detected. Electrical charge above normal levels and rising. Preparing for discharge sequencing. Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Electric discharge sequence initialized.
It's happening!
Lan bir gidin ya.
Wait! It's initiating emergency protocol! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol. See, there is no way you can defeat it. There is nothing.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measures activated. Evacuate area.
You still cannot reach it, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. No.
Neyse kayıt var ya. Yaptıklarım boşa gitmiyor.
It's happening! I'm compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics, you have been in over your head the whole time. Initiate dissipation protocol. See, there is no way you can defeat the system. There is...
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
Elektrik burada az önce yoktu. Tamam, iyi geceler.
It's happening! I'm compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocol! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen. Despite your special genetics,
Ne saçma sapan bir yer ya. Vallahi ben bu Deus Ex'in bosslarını hiç beğenmedim ya.
it's happening! I'm
Kapıyı aç diyorum, kaydediyorum.
Wait!
Kapı yine açılmıyor bak şimdi.
It's happening!
Yine kapandı diyor.
Compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen.
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
Ben anlamıyorum ya, yemin ediyorum nasıl bir şey bu.
It's happening!
and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Warning. Primary.
Ne kadar saçma sapan yer ya.
It's happening! Hiram is compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! Ah! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal!
Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
Bu ne kadar saçma bir şey ya.
It's happening! Hiram is compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! Ah! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen!
Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
I lost this! I It's happening! Hiram is compromised! No! Wait! It's initiating emergency protocols! Ah! You don't know the resources they have at their disposal, Jensen!
Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence.
I must fight this! I must succeed!
Warning. Primary fog.
Birazdan bütün bilgisayarlar
Secondary
açtım.
security measures activated. Evacuate area.
You still cannot reach me, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I have both feared.
System monitors online. There's too much to keep track of. Supplemental diagnostics required before we can sleep.
Tayo will dominate the market.
Bir de şu robotu öldürsem. Bir de onu öldürelim bakalım. Benim nerede elektro bombası?
Warning. Electrical charge subcritical and rising. Halfway to discharge sequence. Warning. Primary pod compromised. Secondary security measure.
Robotu da öldürdüm.
Activated. Evacuate area.
You cannot reach me, Jensen. There are too many contingencies built into the system. You and I have both failed. Tayo will dominate the market. Cyrus will no longer be a thorn in my side.
Warning. Primary pod station damaged.
No! I will not lose this. It's my right. I have worked too long to stop now. You on the floor. Exactly. No! It is all mine. I have given everything for this.
Warning. Primary pod station failure imminent. Warning. Electrical charge approaching critical level. Discharge imminent. Clear the area.
Adam. Welcome to the Edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropozyne to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropozyne poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe. I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research. But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
Burası kritik. Bu niye açık değil ki?
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice?
Let me think about it.
If you do this, first-hand experience with corporate negligence on such a grand scale may convince mankind to enact harsh restrictions on human enhancement research. Are you sure this is your choice? So be it then.
Freedom. To those who don't have it, it's more valuable than gold. But where should it start and end? We humans often think we have the right to expand, absorb, convert, or possess anything we need to reach our dreams. But time and time again, hasn't this led to conflicts with others who essentially believe the same thing? Looking back on the challenges I faced, at the way I often resolve them, I realize morality can become our saving grace. Most of the time, didn't I try to keep my values in mind, knowing how my actions would affect others? More often than not, I resisted the urge to abuse power and resources simply to reach my goals more swiftly. I managed to hang on to my humanity, but the temptation to ignore it was always there. It's that temptation that so worries Taggart. He's not afraid of freedom. He's afraid of the chaos that erupts when individuals have nothing but morality to constrain them. He wants us to regulate enhancement technologies because he fears all that power without limits, without guide rails to keep us from abusing it. Absolute freedom is no better than chaos. Society needs laws and regulations to protect it. So if the men and women behind Taggart need to work in the shadows, pulling strings to enable us to head in a safe direction, will supporting them be all that bad? If they're as wise as Taggart says, how bad will their leadership be? I just hope they stand by what they say.
Bu bir seçenekti. Diğer seçeneği de göstereceğim şimdi. Diğer seçenek. Bir de üçüncü seçenek açılmadı çünkü David Serif'le konuşmadık. Biz orada David Serif oturuyordu büyük ihtimal. Sonra geçtik, es geçtik. Yeni oyun mu? Niye plus var burada? Daha zor mu? Mesela David Serif'le konuşsak o sonu da görebiliriz ya. Neyse o sonu ben internetten bakarım ya, YouTube'dan. İkinci seçeneğe bakalım.
It is... No one... If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice? So be it then.
Albert Einstein said, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. It took me a while, but I finally see his point. How often have we chased the dream of progress only to see it perverted? More often than not, haven't the machines we built to improve life shattered the lives of millions? And now we want to turn that dream on ourselves to fundamentally improve who we are. Experience has shown me how dangerous that can be.
Bu mesajı daha çok sevdim ama.
How many times in the Call of Duty did I almost fall into the trap of taking shortcuts, abusing my abilities or the resources at hand? I resisted. Barely at times, because I valued human lives and considerations.
Doğaya zarar vermekten.
Can I truly despise others who fall? Technology offers us strength. Strength enables dominance, and dominance paves the way for abuse. Darrow understood this. He knew that using technology to become something more than we are risks losing our ability to love, aspire, or make moral choices. The very things that make us human. It also risks giving some men the power to make others what they choose, regardless of the cost to human dignity. The suffering Darrow inflicted is not the end of the world. It is merely the seed for change. And change never comes without pain.
Parçalanmış bir kolun son can çekişi. Robot kol. Evet. Plus diye bir seçenek çıktı. Ne oluyormuş Plus? Bir bakalım.
Warning. This lab is for authorized personnel only.
What did you mean back there, Meg? About how you found it?
Nothing. It's just my nerves talking.
There's something I should know. About this place, about Sarif.
Megan!
Hold on.
We're still getting biochemical fluctuations across the artificial flow cells.
Okay. But the increased neural peptides coming from the PDOT cluster could be throwing off your calibrations.
Right. I'll double check that.
I can't believe you were asking about David. You've been here long enough to know of Eric. You wouldn't be avoiding me, would you?
I wouldn't dream of it, Dr. Reed. I think I know why Declan's readings are off.
Too many peptides?
I'm thinking the glial tissue breakdown.
Evet, yeterli bu.
We noticed after split.
Tekrar oynayacak halim yok. Özellikle bosslardaki can sıkıcı şeyler. Neyse 3. seçeneğe de bakarım. Ben internetten yazarsın zaten çıkar. Son seçenekte. Bu kadar. 1. oyun bitti. Uğraşlarımıza değdi mi? Birazcık içimde bir şeyler kaldı yani. Neyse bir dahaki oyunda görüşmek üzere. Bay bay.